Yes.
We're here today with Iraida, and we're talking about massage and doTERRA and how to make it all really effective and work really well. And so, would you introduce yourself and just say hi, everybody, and share what you do? And then we can kick in.
Sure. I'll start. So my name is Iraida Pena. I'm a licensed massage therapist. Been doing it for a little bit over 21 years. It's been a long time. And gradually, I've been transitioning from doing hands on to educating more, uh, aside from being on the massage table with someone. So, more educating and helping people get better with their health from the inside out.
Awesome. Erin, you want to go?
Sure. Hi, I'm Erin. I'm a certified athletic trainer and yoga teacher, and I started incorporating doTERRA into my practice probably about 2 years ago. Um, yeah, and now I'm kind of focusing most of my time in doTERRA and yoga. I've kind of transitioned out of athletic training, but that was more like where I got my background.
Larissa?
And for me, I am a licensed neuromuscular massage therapist, and I'm really interested in props to you, Herrera, for doing this for 21 years. So yeah, I've been doing it for this will be my 5th year, and I am definitely ready to transition away from hands, mostly just hands-on. Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So I'm really looking forward to today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My mom Jennifer is in the car line, and she and her husband are massage therapists. They run a business down near Naples in Florida. Um, she could talk more maybe when she's able to unmute. And I'm in Orlando and I work with healthcare practitioners. I'm not a licensed massage therapist, but I have friends. I'm friends with lots, and I'm excited to hear how you're incorporating it with your clients. I spoke with Marlene, who is just raving about how incredible you're doing in Silver Club and how successful you're being with helping them get on LRP and really find really great results. And so we want to hear, like, how are you doing that? How's that working?
Okay, so I got introduced to doTERRA when I was working for a chiropractor. I was in a chiropractic office, and all of the ladies working there, like in the hallway, they were passing the oils. Hey, what do you have today? Can I have some of that? What are you? And I was like, I was a new one, so I was like, what are these ladies doing? Um, and one of them said, "You've never heard of doTERRA?" And I said, "No, I've never heard of doTERRA before." She's like, "Okay, let's talk." And then they just started telling me all the things and giving me samples and what we're supposed to do, right? And I just fell in love, and I said, "How come I never knew about this?" So I started getting my oils little by little and started using them with fear. But I started reading first and I said, let me just start with something simple. Okay, so Aromatouch, just the oil, not the technique. Let me just start with that. And I started using that in my massages. People were loving it, but not much. I wasn't, sharing or anything, just using it. I was getting the benefits as I was doing the massages. And then somehow Marlene popped up on my Facebook. I never knew Marlene. And it said, if you want to get certified on Aromatouch Technique, this was like not even a month into using doTERRA. Look how this works. And I saw that, and she was going to teach an Aromatouch class, and I could get certified. And then the ladies in the office, they were like, yeah, you should do it. Absolutely. This is great. So I said, okay, I have, nothing to lose. So I went and I got certified in Aromatouch. This was 9 years ago. So I kept all the information for me. And I wasn't like, maybe I will do one or two things, but I wasn't too certain on going full force on it. And then I opened my own business, my own clinic. And I said, the line that I'm going to use, because it's the one that I trust, is the one that I love, is going to be doTERRA. So I had all my display and everything, but never shared with anyone. I was still stuck in that, although I was using the oils. And fast forward, after 6 years having my own practice, uh, I got burnt out. I was working so hard, just doing 9, 8, 10 massages a day. People kept calling. I kept saying yes to everything and everyone, and just doing massage after massage after massage. And one day I come home and I tell my husband, I'm done. I don't have energy. Like I feel depleted, and I was going on a rabbit hole. I was getting depressed. I was all the things, hormonal changes as well. I just turned 50. So all the things were happening. And uh, I started teaching at a massage school as well while all that was happening. And it was time to teach aromatherapy. And I said, you know what? I would love to bring someone just so these students can have a fresh face. And I reached out to Merlene after 8 years of not talking to her. And she tells me, I'm actually in Utah right now. There's a convention from doTERRA. This was September last year. Uh, do you mind if I call you as soon as this, convention is over? I said, absolutely. She came back from Utah. That next day, she came to my classroom and she taught the Aromatouch class and talked about the oils and everything. And it was like reliving everything again for me. And after the class was over, I said, I need to do this doTERRA thing. I really need to go full force, and I need to share doTERRA because I've been using it for so many years, but I'm scared, and I need a mentor like you. I need someone that could, guide me and tell me how to do this. So I started building, and I started October last year. So it's been 7 months since I started building. And little by little, every customer that I see, because now I'm mobile, so now I choose who I want to see, who deserves my energy. Not everyone that finds me off of the internet and just comes. Uh, and every person that I touch, every person that I listen to their concerns, I always tell them, thank you for the opportunity of allowing me to come and give you a massage, but this is a teamwork. I'm going to help you from the outside in. I can massage your body, your muscles. I can teach you how to do breath work. But what's happening on the inside? I need you to take care of yourself from the inside. And that's where I open up and I start telling them about proper supplementation. And I start telling them about the gut health and how it's linked to our immune system. And I ask them, what are you doing for your gut health? And most of the time they say nothing. I might buy a yogurt here, a kombucha there, but are you being consistent? No, I haven't noticed any difference. And then I tell them, and then I jump to the heart health and the omegas and how they're infused with wild orange and all the things. And of course, I tell them about VMG. And if they have allowed me to come into their homes and allow me to touch their bodies, and they're so vulnerable, why not? They won't allow, give them the chance of trying these supplements. So it might not happen on the first one, but guess what? I will leave that home with another appointment.
Mhm.
I'll make sure that I come and see that person again within 3 weeks, maybe a month, but I'll be there. And we
Mhm.
visit again. Have you been doing any of the little homeworks that I left you? Have you been walking for 20 minutes? Because it's not all the Terra, and we're in the health industry.
Mhm.
We can give them simple things. Are you walking for 20 minutes intentionally? Are you drinking plenty of water? Is it only water, or are you adding a little bit of salt? Do you have electrolytes? What are you adding to your water? Uh, Rebounding. If there's inflammation in their body, I just give them little things that they can do, and then I come back and I tell them about proper supplementation until the time comes and they tell me, you know what, I think it's time to start. And I tell them, just give yourself 3 months. So far, you have not been doing anything as far as, uh, getting vitamins in your system. So give yourself 3 months. And if it doesn't work, you're not going to get married with me or the supplements.
Yeah.
It's we can cancel the whole thing, but at least 3 months. And within probably a month and a half, and I go and see them again, they're like, what a difference. And then they start telling me all the good things that I knew it was going to happen. It was a matter of time. So that's how and of course, we do inhalations with the oils and everything before we start our massages.
Do you do wellness consults? Like when they come back to see you again in a month or 6 weeks?
Yes, we do. We revisit where we left off.
Okay.
And I asked them, whether they started or not with the supplements. Yes, we definitely we revisit where we left off, and we do wellness consults. And if we can go over, although I'm not a nutritionist, but I know a little bit of what we
Mhm,
should eat and
mhm.
not, and checking, how much sugar are you putting in your body, how much are you
Yeah.
moving, and all the things. Yes, absolutely.
Now, Marlene mentioned that sometimes people are resistant or hesitant, and you've even foregone your service fee to help them get enrolled. Is that the case? And then how do you navigate that conversation, or what do you say? What does that look
So
like?
sometimes I've been in a position where I tell them, okay, I'm coming to you monthly, and it's been
Mm,
6 months, and I'm giving
mm,
you all of me,
ah,
and in return, what are you doing in between every visit? Because I come back and you're still hard as a wall, and I'm giving all of my technique, all of my energy, all of my breath work, everything, and it's we're not on the same page here. And that
wow.
actually happened with a customer that I've been seeing him for 4 years. And his level of stress was so much, I couldn't even
Wow.
stretch him on the table. And I even told him, and this is a person that he can afford doTERRA every month,
Yeah.
all the supplements, let's put it that way.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to have to make a decision here, because I keep coming to you, and I feel like we're not getting anywhere. And if you're not following, a simple protocol that I'm putting for you together, then I'm going to have to not discharge you, but abstain from coming to see you. And he said, please don't do that. Because we know.
Yeah, sure. They were like, I'm going to be declining you as a
Yeah.
client
Oh, yeah.
if you don't make some life changes for your
Yes.
better.
Yes. And to him, that was like a punch in the gut. And that was one case.
Maybe it was the first idea that it had ever occurred to him that your goal was for him to improve.
And he said, Iraida, once you said that, I said, this lady is for real.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose her as a therapist.
Mm, mm.
So what happened? He bought the foundational wellness and meta power,
Wow.
and he got his wife into it, his sister, his brother-in-law. Even in a train, in a business trip, he signed someone up. He's building now.
My goodness.
He's an architect.
Oh,
He
wow.
builds hospitals. So he said, I am so thankful I heard you, and I gave my health a chance. Thank
Wow.
you for sharing this for me.
Wow.
I'm like, thank you for listening to me, because I was about
Yeah.
to kick you out.
Yeah.
And then in other cases, when, let's say, it's a case of anxiety and depression, and you have someone crying on your table, and you're like,
Yeah.
and then they might say, I can't afford the massage and these supplements, I just can't. I said,
Mhm.
let's do something. This massage will be on me today, and I want you to use the money for your massage towards starting with proper supplementation and foundational wellness. Just the one time. Would you do that? Yes, I would. That's how serious I am. And I signed them up. And of course, they're going to feel so much better that they're going to call me and they're like, okay, I really need to invest both in massage and
And
foundation.
they're going to be grateful to you because they see the willingness you had to sacrifice.
Yes. And I understand not everyone can do that. Please.
Mhm,
I do understand that.
mhm.
Uh, but I am doing this by faith.
Yeah.
I said, what's the worst that can happen? Maybe they'll say, you know what, it wasn't for me. Okay. And I keep them as a customer. And then maybe I decide to discharge them or whatever. But I am doing it with certainty that I know they're going to trust me, trust the process and the supplements, and I will keep them as customers, both for massage and doTERRA.
It in your mind, when you meet with someone, you see them as someone that could benefit from doTERRA. And you're thinking foundational wellness bundle. You don't go in with like, let's just work on one oil or um like what is your mindset when you're approaching people? I hear you use supplementation a lot and foundational wellness. So I'm just picking up on that. It sounds like that's really the wheelhouse you're focusing on.
At the beginning, when Marlene came back from that convention in Utah, is what it was when foundational wellness was
Hmm.
introduced. So it
Yeah.
hasn't been a year yet, guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when she talked to me about the change that was happening to LLV and
Mhm.
VMGs and all that stuff, I said, I'm here for the oils, lady.
Which is so many massage therapists are like, I just share an oil. Like, what would you like for your session today? Here's your choice, this oil or this oil.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was me. I said,
Yeah.
I'm not going to promote no foundational wellness. I'm not. I said, Marlene, don't. She's like, you have to eat Ida. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I'll just stay with my oils. And she said, okay, tell you what, you try them first.
Yeah.
I said, that I will do. I will try them.
Yeah.
And then when
Yeah.
the way I felt, I
Yeah.
said, oh no,
Oh
everyone.
my gosh.
I
Yeah.
mean, it was a game changer
Yeah.
for everything. But
Yeah.
prior to that, you had asked me something. Oh, the supplementation, me using that word a lot. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what happens when someone gets foundational wellness? They're gonna get the oils anyways,
Yeah. Well, they're going to get peppermint for sure.
for sure. And then
And
monthly, if they get on the
yeah.
LRP, yeah.
Yeah.
So I make sure to
Yeah.
follow up with them. Hey, what oil did you get this month? All right,
Yeah.
let's go over it. What things can we do? And that's how
Yeah.
I teach them how to incorporate the oils as well. But I
Do
focus
you
on foundational
do
wellness.
you use some sort of, are you using Power Me as your like as part of your intake form or assessment, or do you have any type of assessment form that incorporates doTERRA?
Um, I use an app that is called Empower app to
Yeah,
keep
the
track,
Empower app. Okay,
yeah, to keep track of my customers, and I also have my own paper where I write everything, or
okay,
computer, or on my phone.
cool.
Yes.
All right. And Larissa says, how do you speak to them about LRP?
So I mentioned not long ago, try it for 3 months. You have nothing to
Mhm.
lose.
Mhm.
Just try it for 3 months, and guess what? If you go in the automated
Mhm.
system where you're gonna make sure, because you're making a commitment, you're investing in your health, and in that way you know that your next shipment will come out at such day, so you're like, okay,
Mhm.
I really need to take these supplements because I have a box
Mhm.
that's coming. You don't want to let
Mhm.
them there. So, and I tell them, once you are part of our rewards program, you get free shipping. I focus on that.
Mhm.
You get your free shipping. You're going to get the free products every month. You're going to accumulate points. And a friend of mine that's doing the business with me, she's like, this is like better than Costco because I pay for a membership, but they don't give me no points.
Mhm.
that I can use and go back and buy.
Mhm.
So I tell them, you're going to accumulate points that you can use in future purchases. And then I
Yeah.
say, what is it? Kohl's. You go to Kohl's and you get Kohl's cash. Once
Mhm.
you use your card, and then you go back,
Yeah.
you have $20 and you can use it towards that purchase. So it's very similar to that. And then in a year from now, so the first year is going to be free, and your membership to get all these perks. Next year, you will get a reminder. Your membership renewal is approaching. It's $25. You decide if you want to continue or decline. But guess what? Once you pay those $25, you get a free oil.
Mhm.
So I remind them all of
Mhm.
these things. Oh, so you're telling me that
Right.
if I get a free, so it's like buying an oil, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, you
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. I love how you said, try it for 3 months. What do you have to lose? But you feel better. You didn't say, try it for 7 days. What do you have to lose? You'll feel better. You really planted that seed of longevity and consistency. And then the fact that you use, you want to make, it's almost like you're leveraging, like your next month's order is going to come. So let it be accountability for you to take your BMG every day
exactly.
because you're going to have another box come rather than it feel like, oh, I shouldn't order that next box because I haven't used my VMG every day this month. No. Sort of like, no, your box is coming. So your
Mhm.
box is going to come. So let it kick you into gear and take your supplements every day.
Exactly. Exactly. And I also remind them, for so long, you were probably taking Centrum. Did you feel any difference?
Yeah.
No. So
Yeah.
don't you think it's time to try something different that you can really
Yeah.
feel a spark in your body, that you feel, better with more energy, more mental clarity? Or even when you go to GMC, they don't know anything about you. I've been to GNC and I am or GMC, and I asked them, what supplement do you think? Because I'm suffering from this. They're like,
They don't know.
I've heard this one's good, or maybe this
Yeah.
one is
Yeah.
2 for 1 today, but they
Yeah.
really don't know. We become wellness advocates. We
Mhm.
really know what are in these products, and we tell them, well, this is what I use. This is what's good. This is what's been working for me.
Yeah.
So, and it's interesting to me that a lot of people go to these places. I don't remember the other store that you go, and they're just there to check you out, but they're not there to really help you
They don't educate you at all,
at all.
which is interesting. That kind of speaks to what you were just saying. If somebody says, "Oh, I already take a probiotic, and I have omegas," yeah, that you respond with, "Oh, great. How do you feel? Does it help you feel good?" Most of the time when I've asked that question, people's response is, "I don't notice a difference. I don't know a difference." So they're really just taking it because they believe they should. They're not experiencing wellness. It's really a placebo or it's a poor product.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they say, "Oh, I don't notice a difference," I'm like, "Oh, I notice a huge difference with mine. You should try something that actually makes you feel good."
Yep, absolutely.
It's it's kind of the same concept with the GNC, I guess. I guess they're just assuming people are going to walk in the door and buy stuff because they've been programmed enough to do so, but not that they actually feel good or know what they're taking. Whereas we have all three. We have the education. We actually feel great when we take them. We have support. It's awesome.
It comes with support for free.
Comes with support.
And
Yeah.
that is important for me also. When I do sign
Yeah.
someone up, and I know that the list keeps growing and growing and growing, and you're like, oh gosh, I have so many
Oh my
people.
gosh, how do I take care of all these people?
Yes, but make the time to not just enroll them and
Yeah.
forget about them. Even if they sign up with just one try yeast for allergies, because we're in Florida. How are those 2 to 3 weeks later? How are those working for you? Have you started them? And they're like, oh, I'm so glad you called. No, I haven't been taking them. I can't remember if you said if it was in the morning or at night with water, which see, and they're waiting for that, but they're so busy that they're not, or maybe shy, or they don't dare to, reach out to you. So doing that is important. That adds value to the whole thing.
Do you like that comes to like pipes activities, scheduling pipes? Do you schedule a window of time to call all your clients and check in on them?
Typically,
How do you do that?
yes, after the as I am doing the enrollment, at the end I always tell them, and please text me as soon as you get your box.
Mhm.
And of course they don't.
They don't.
I wish I
Some
could tell
people
you
that
guys, yes, they text me, but they don't. So I do have a list,
schedule it. Yeah.
and I schedule it, and about a week later, did you get your box?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I
Uh-huh.
did. I'm sorry, I forgot to text you. Okay, let's hop on a call really
Uh-huh.
quickly.
Uh-huh.
And I don't take too much time. I just tell them, okay, let's make sure that you have this, this, this,
Uh-huh.
that. I've already went back in my back office to check what they ordered, and then I know exactly what I'm going to target, and I tell them again how to do it, how to take it, and then I give them another month or so. If they're on LRP, if they're on LRP after we do that unboxing, I call them 3 weeks later. Hey, your order is about to come out. I'm not sure if you got the email or the text. Um, and if there's a promotion going, there's actually a promotion going, and you might want to try this. We talked about it last time, and things like that. Or maybe
Uh-huh.
you're like, I still have plenty of omegas. I've been taking one. I didn't know it was three. I'm like, okay, no problem. How are the VMGs? Well, let's get a box of VMGs and probiotics, things like that.
Uh-huh.
So I do follow up with them. It's important.
And you get on the phone with them.
I do.
It's not
Either
just a text conversation.
It's either text or phone, depending on the
Okay.
age of the person. Uh, some people like to do FaceTime. Some people
Uh-huh.
rather just text. Some people like to call. And yeah, but I do make sure.
Now you're concierge, so you don't have a brick and mortar anymore. Do you do group classes or are you really just one-on-one day by day?
Uh, Funny that you ask that, because we know that we can build doTERRA in so many ways. Either one-on-one, through Zoom classes, what is it called, the big conventions, and having the table and all the things, and
Oh yeah,
so
vendor
many
events.
different ways. Vendor events, yes. I'm more one-on-one. I've
Oh,
done the vendor events, I've done the conventions and all the things, and I just want to make sure that I talk to everyone.
yeah. It is tough to give them personalized attention when there's so
Yes.
much distraction and noise and
And if you're doing it on your own,
mm-hmm.
someone that is, helping you, hey, can you grab that person? Or, it's so, to me, the one-on-one works a lot, and it's because they're right there on my table. And yeah, I get all of their attention and they get all of me.
Yeah. I love how you said that a couple of times. Like you really help them realize I am here giving you all of me.
I am intentional.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate, and I have learned how to listen to people. And I
Mm-hmm.
will let them speak. If we have an hour, I will let them talk and just vent and take it all out. And in the end, it's when as they're talking, it's the same before we give a massage, Larissa, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing that intake.
Mm-hmm.
We're just listening to all the concerns, and we're already putting a protocol together in our heads. Okay, we're going to focus on this. We're going to focus on that. Same with doTERRA.
Mm-hmm.
If they're telling you, I've been having issues falling asleep, or, staying asleep and all the things, and then in the end, I tell them, this is what I think, this is what I know is going to work for you. Let's go ahead and start with something. Uh, and you can sense in the conversation if they're willing to spend or invest in their health. And if that's an issue, in the same conversation, I will ask them, how much are you willing to invest in your health? Give me a range. And that puts them on a, they're like, well, I don't know. I'm like, just give me $5, $100, $200. And they're like, well, I don't know, I guess.
What are you worth?
Yeah, because I said, was basically what you've been getting at Walmart isn't helping. So, and if they say, well, I don't know, $100, 125, 150, I'm like, okay, perfect, gotcha. And then, but I don't like to overwhelm them with, it's what does it mean to make a $500 sale, and then they get all this, and we don't follow up with them, and they're stuck with all the
Yeah.
product. And if we don't follow up with them, later on, they will find someone that does doTERRA again. Oh, forget about that. I bought $500 and never saw the lady again.
And she never followed up with me.
We represent doTERRA.
Mm-hmm.
We want for that to be the opposite. Oh, yes, I remember this lady telling me, excuse me, about doTERRA. They're great. She used them with their massages. So we represent doTERRA. So we want to do the right thing.
Yeah. I love that you're focusing on foundational wellness, and we all love the oil so much, but like if someone's having sleep issues, of course we could jump right to Serenity and the sleep system.
Yes.
But VMG, were any of you there at the local training with Dr. O when two of the wellness advocates who got up on stage had aura rings? One of them was Nicole Almeida. Her aura ring showed within 3 days of taking VMG, her REM cycles almost doubled in amount of minutes. And so her sleep improved with nutrients. And so, if you're given the chance, do you want to start a customer on Serenity or on VMG? The VMG is going to have so much more benefits, clinically proven benefits for that person that would keep them as a lifelong customer and help them have more success. I think it's continuously smart to come back to the foundational wellness bundle. Like you have inflammation, you could go to Deep Blue or foundational wellness bundle.
Absolutely. Yes. It's called foundational for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
It forms our foundation on our health. And then we build on top of that with whatever else we want to add. So it just takes care of the whole package on our health,
Oh,
the whole thing.
so much.
Yes. So that's why I like to focus on foundational wellness. And so far, it's been great. And yes, it does take practice. And you'll be surprised. Sometimes you're like trembling inside saying, oh, I want to talk to them about foundational wellness, but I can't do it. And we do it. And they're like, you know what? I've been looking for something. And you're like, yes, I've been looking for something. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. How do I get it? Oh, well, let me tell you. You have your phone. This is how you get it. And you sign them right away. But it could happen the other way as well. They're like, no, I'm not ready for that. But we don't get discouraged. They're going to have to see us again. And, we treat them with kindness, with professionalism, and we remind them, what have you been working on while you're not here with me? Still not, are you still eating all the, not the good things? Are you hydrating? Are you supplementing? All the things. So, but it does take practice.
I think as I'm hearing you just talk about it, what's reminding me is just it's a different in mindset from I'm trying to sell you this additional thing, which could be one viewpoint, to I can see what you need. You're coming to me asking for help, and I can see this is what you need. Here's your solution. There's a lot less pressure on the second way. Whereas with the first way, I got to figure out how to sell this person another thing. Feels like,
yeah. I love doing packages with people. That works very well. And why not incorporate the wellness, the traditional wellness there?
Yeah.
Just like Hope said, you're coming to me because someone recommended you to me, and you're trusting me. So according to what you're telling me and all the notes that I've made, I want to see you once every 2 weeks, and this is what you need to do at home.
This is the nutrition your body's needing.
Yeah. The same thing when we go to the doctor. You will never leave that office without a script in your hand, even if it's just for, I don't know, vitamin C.
Yeah.
But it's the same,
Yeah.
same with us. Yeah. Whether you're a trainer, physical trainer, whether you're a massage therapist, physical therapist, yoga instructor, all the things, we can give advice to people, and we can tell them this is going to be good for you. Just try it.
What would you voice your question, Larissa? Like,
Sure. So how do you incorporate, okay, your packages, right? I also offer packages. I haven't figured out, and how do you get them on LRP while you are closing them on the package? Like, how does that conversation go? Are you like, here's my link, use this? Or I'm going to stint, like, how do you go about like getting them signed up right then and there?
So if you do sell the package, I tell them, okay, and part of this package, you're gonna get, your VMGs, your omegas, as we talked about. The only difference is that I need to make a separate account for that. So I'm gonna sign you up, and it's just gonna
they're
come
going to be shipped directly to you.
to your house, to your front door, and then it's gonna be a monthly charge just for that. Hopefully that's
So
helpful.
let's do that right now. I'm going to so do you pull out your phone and do link generator, or you pull up like enroll wholesale customer on your phone and you're putting things in the cart right there with them?
The link generator thing and the let me share my link with you and you can do it at home, that doesn't work for me. They
Yeah,
don't.
I
I
heard
have
it.
not I have not signed one person that they'll say, no, send me the link, I'll check it out tonight. It doesn't happen. That's not
I heard
priority for them.
I
So
heard somebody say at leadership, they said link generator is where sales go to die.
yes.
You sit right there with them and do the enrollment on your phone or their phone.
I said, so first things first, let's go ahead and create that account for your supplements because that's the most important thing. And we don't want to delay that. That needs to be like the most important thing. So for that, I'm going to go and get familiar on how to enroll someone on the phone. Because the more you do it, it's the easier.
The faster you become,
Yes.
yeah.
And okay, so now that's taken care of. We're going to put it on LRP, which is the loyalty rewards program, and you're going to get the da 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 da.
And since you check the box in this first order, you're going to get points back on this order, and you're going to get a packet of free samples.
Yes.
The electrolytes, deep blue.
And
So
if
you're
you
already
guys
set.
have the Silver Club promo code, they will actually receive even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they get the diffuser and they get the extra oils and all the things. So I actually showed them, I said, wow, this is a very nice deal they're giving you. Look at all the things that you're getting for free. I wish that was me making this order for myself, things like that. Okay, so now that we have that taken care of, okay, now we're going to go with the massage, the treatment part. And that's how I do it.
So you're concierge, so you do have a little extra time to be able to be there with them.
Yes. Yes.
But that may be something like, Larissa, you may
That's
decide you just budget more time in between
oh,
your appointments.
that's what I'm doing. It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
take away a session per se, but to be able to build something that's gonna take me out of the table time and
Mm-hmm.
literally foundational wellness, like literally. Okay. Yeah, I already wrote, I'm gonna be budgeting additional time for that. I'm not gonna
You need
tell
to
them that
budget
personally.
additional.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep, and if we just keep talking as we talk, it is what it is.
Yes,
Cool.
that's important too. I mean, I had to get out of the mindset of 60 minutes for that person as far as massage goes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
way I could do it. So
Girl,
if
not the
it,
way we work.
right?
Not the
No.
way we work.
So if it's a new customer, I tell them, okay, because it's the first time I'm seeing you, I need to get some information from you. I would love to hear you. So the first visit is going to be a little bit longer, perhaps an hour and a half, 90 minutes. It will be like a 90-minute massage. And I will, charge the 90-minute massage for that. Even if I just see you for an hour hands on, but it's my time. It's still 30 minutes that I'm listening to you and putting together a protocol. So you just charge them as a 90-minute massage. That's me. I don't know that,
Do you tell them that you will be creating a protocol for them?
Uh, when I'm doing that intake, yes, because that's the whole purpose. It's a soap notes. We need to have a plan at the end. That P stands for plan.
I haven't used the word protocol, but that's interesting because that does set it up in a language standpoint of having that supplementation.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
protocol or a plan, and you know, you can in that plan you could do so many things. And then we're going to revisit in 6 months. We're going to continue doing this protocol for 6 months or 3 months, and then we're going to revisit, do an assessment again, and then we'll take it from there. And they're there because they need the help. They
Mhm.
need the help, so they will follow whatever you tell them. Yeah. So far, it's been working. Any other questions? So, Larissa, are you working at your own practice, or you work for someone?
In my own practice, I rent space inside of a chiropractor's office.
Okay.
Yeah,
And he refers you people or
and vice
patients?
versa. Yep,
That's
I
awesome.
know. I know. And it's there, he also recommends supplementation in his own way because he also is in network marketing. And so some of our things kind of do this.
Uh-huh.
He's aware of doTERRA, he's Herbalife. And I just tell my patients the little samples out there, read the back of it, read the back of maltodextrin is the first ingredient. And so
Mm,
I educate them. And so now I want to be able to give them alternative because they have like a whole tea bar you can come in. It's genius for him, but like what can I do to have something like that for my people that are waiting? Like how can I'm not gonna make up like packets of VMG for like everyone, you know what I mean? Maybe. I mean like that's kind of what I'm thinking too. What can I offer? What can I expose them to? How many more exposures can I give them? And I have free reign. I can like literally do whatever I want. I have the space for it.
great.
Um, yeah, and maybe even like having you come like similar to what Hope did and like go through my process with me and just fine tune and tweak because you do something very similar. Like even since I met with Hope, my process has evolved as well.
Hmm.
And so what you do sounds like what I'm doing. You just have a different way of wording it and steering them into more of that inside, which
Yeah.
is where my people. So like for me, people, God is sending me people that are on that need emotional support right now. I don't know what, like that's my referrals lately. Like they don't have pain.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of thrown me for a loop because I'm like literally used to people coming to me that need help with pain. And now they're coming to me, they're like, I don't know. People are telling me to come to you for whatever reason. I don't even know what you do. I just know I have to come see you.
That's amazing.
Right? So that's what I'm hearing you say. People sent you to me for a reason, and this is where I can really leverage that because
Yeah.
this is how I live my life.
Okay. I have
So,
two questions. Two questions. So,
yes.
are you using Aromatouch in your practice?
No, it's only been a year that I've been talking about doing Aromatouch. No, I do not.
Okay. Aromatouch. Neuromuscular. Yes, you have to do the aroma.
I know. Come and play with me. Like,
And what was the other thing? And another
yeah.
thing that I wanted to mention is most of the people doing doTERRA, they have to go out and search for people. We have the blessing that they come to us. They're being referred to us. So it's a matter of just giving them what we know they need. And aroma touch is one of the things that you should incorporate.
One of the things I'm realizing now is 90% of our serotonin is created in the gut. We kind of know that.
Hmm.
If your gut is trashed
Hmm.
and you don't have enough serotonin, serotonin is your mood regulator. It's what manages, it's the hormone that allows you to manage your own emotions. If your gut's trashed, you cannot manage your own emotions. So when people tell me I feel really emotional or I need things navigating my emotions, I actually don't go to oils anymore. I say you need foundational wellness, you need
Got
a
it.
good probiotic
Mm-hmm.
and VMG plus so you can sleep at night because you're gonna after a few days of really good sleep, nutrition in your cells, and a clean gut, you will have happy days.
Absolutely. Yes.
So it really is, the oils are still, it's still kind of like we're using them like a Band-Aid. They're healthy, they're wonderful, they're powerful, they're pivotal. But if people walk away from us and are still malnourished, their gut is still a wreck, their cells are starving, but they're breathing oils. I mean, that's great, but I don't know that we've done them a big service. Whereas if we can redirect their attention and go, here, breathe this adaptive right now, here with me. Let's come out of fight or flight. Let's regain our rational thought together. You are emotionally dysregulated because your cells are starving
Mm-hmm.
and your gut biome needs to be repaired. You need stable, healthy nutrition. This is what I use. This is what you need. And you'll get a free peppermint oil with it.
Yeah. Um, what has worked for me a lot in my customers, because remember, I started saying that I've been transitioning from doing less hard work on the table.
Mhm.
I go to Aromatouch.
Yeah.
Aromatouch and foundational wellness. Those two together are amazing. Amazing.
Erin, you've been certified now for a little while and you did a trade. You and I traded in Aromatouch. What did you do to get a little more confident in using Aromatouch?
So we did our trade, and
Mhm.
then I came home and I did another session with my husband.
Yeah,
And then I met a chiropractor friend of mine, and now we've been doing trades like bi-weekly. And
very
it's
cool.
been really awesome now. And so I give her an Aromatouch session, and she's been doing with me some cosmetic acupuncture, like on my forehead. Really cool, by the way. But yeah, and so it's just been like a really nice mutual trade for us. And yeah, my goal is to incorporate a lot more of that. For me, the Aromatouch, like I'm trained in massage through my master's in athletic training, but because I don't maintain that certification anymore, I technically can't charge, I think, legally for my Aromatouch sessions. So for me, I pivot towards trades. So my goal is to like find an esthetician next that'll like give me facials and I could trade in Aromatouch or, things like that. And so that's a goal of mine. But I love giving the aroma touches. I could totally see how if you're feeling worn down with doing so much manual work, pivoting to that it's so relaxing for you to give one. Like I
Mhm.
have an aura ring too, and my aura ring will think I'm like going to sleep when I'm giving one. It's hilarious. Like my heart, like everything slows and it's like it's
Wow.
so meditative and you're breathing and touching the oils just like that. And
Mhm.
yeah, I love Aroma Touch. It's like my new favorite thing.
It is amazing.
And how did you use like the one page cheat sheet just
Yeah.
to remember the movements?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
still use it actually. So I usually have like a little desk area right next to the table
Mhm.
that is like nice and rolly and tall. And I set out all of my oils in order and uncap them so that I can use them. And then I just have the paper sitting next to them. So yeah, I haven't done enough of them that I feel really confident in memorizing all of the steps yet. So just having that so I can like quick glance and make sure it makes me feel a lot more confident. And I know like feeling confident as you're doing it is important. So I keep my cheat sheet with me.
It's so beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
How would you know to recommend somebody for an aroma touch? Like more of the emotional regulation? Like how do you say, okay, your package I'm recommending for you? Like what would a patient come to you and say, I'm presenting this, and you know Aromatouch, but you said you lead with that too.
Yes, I actually start with Aromatouch, all of my massages.
Mm.
It makes a huge difference. Before, I would just, do my massage. And if that person is still in that state of fight or flight and they're thinking, I don't know, this lady, I'm face down, she's touching me, what is she going to do? And they're like, and they're all tense. But when you start with that aroma touch, it targets the nervous system. And this is what's happening. By the time you start working on those muscles, like 30 minutes into the massage, boop, it's there in your pocket because it's like butter. It's like, wow, what a difference. And then once they get up from that table, it's like they say all the things that that we expect to hear. I have never received a massage like that. What was that you did at the beginning? And who would I use it for? Everyone.
Well, it makes people believers in the oils. Like, what the heck is that just happened in my body?
And it sets you apart from all the
Everybody else.
everyone else, all the rest of the massage therapy or whatever it is that you're doing in your practice. It really sets you apart because you're giving them more.
Okay, I'm all about giving more. That's kind of where my issue is I just keep giving, giving, giving. Um, how do you budget your time to do an entire aroma touch and then actually do the muscle manipulation?
I have
Like
been able
how
to
much
do it
time
in an hour.
to do a
Because
whole session, including aroma?
I have been
What?
able to do it, yes. Because like Erin was saying, she has that piece of paper there just in case if she forgets a step. But once you do it over and over and over again, you go through it. You're not rushing. I don't rush through it. And I'm able to do it like in 30 minutes, and I'm able to work the rest of the body in 30 minutes. Or perhaps I tell them, okay, let's do a 90-minute massage. And then that gives me plenty of time. I can use 30 minutes for the aroma touch and still a whole full body massage in 60 minutes.
I think that the difference here is what I'm seeing is
Hmm.
you've just decided you're going to build residual income through doTERRA. And so integrating doTERRA's processes into your skill is a non-negotiable. Like you want to leverage the aroma touch and you want to leverage the foundational wellness. And so um, it's not like, gee, should I do an aroma touch or should I do this modality or should I do this modality? It's like, but of course I'm going to do aroma touch. Of course I'm going to enroll them with foundational wellness.
Mhm.
Of course they're going to experience the oils in every possible way I can get them on them. That's
Yes.
what I'm hearing you
Yes.
say. And it's really working because your certainty and your clarity about it absolutely walks people right into enrolling and into LRP, and it's creating the residual income for you that you set out to do.
Hmm. Absolutely. Yes. And, if I get a referral and it's someone that's been uh, in a bed for 2 years, they're not movable, they have dementia and all the things, and then the wife wants me to go, and I will tell her I do a technique that is going to help him regulate his nervous system. And I tell her, I'm not going to tell you he's going to stand up from the bed and walk, but I'm going to tell you that he's going to be more alert and he's going to have quality of time, whatever time he has left. I'm going to come, I'm going to bring my oils, and I'm going to do the technique on him. But consider getting your own oils because I want to show you how to do it. So you can do this on a daily basis to your husband and have quality time with him. She's like, I'm all in. I want to learn. Yes. All right. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and order those oils, put an appointment on the calendar so I can go. And by the time I'm there, we can use your own oils. And I will put them in order for you. And there you have enrollment. And I tell them because we don't want to get there and then you don't have your oils yet. So it's
Yeah,
ready.
I love how it's like it's not even assumption. It's more like, this is the best thing for you. This is the best thing for you. Not how can I stretch myself and sample my oils to you so that you can try it first. So that, no, you
Mhm.
need your own oils. Let's get them now so you have them. This is the
Mhm.
best thing for you.
Mhm. And also, uh, another way, I always teach my students, you have 5 minutes after a session, whatever session you're doing. That release of endorphins that is happening after that massage, you have like a 5 minute window, whether it is to sell a product, book another massage, sell a membership, sell a package, whatever it is, because they're still in that, wow, I just got a massage. I need this again in my life. I want to repeat this again. And that's when you enroll them. That's when you make your next appointment. And it actually works. It works.
We're at our time. Thank you so much for your time and attention and your wisdom,
Of course.
Iraida. It is amazing to see you succeed.
Thank you.
And we all are such incredible leaders. Every one of you are. And so I think everybody deserves this kind of success and to be able to help this many people.
Absolutely.
Big
Yes.
difference.
Thank you.
All
Thank you for
right.
having me. And it was great
Mm-hmm.
meeting all of you. Thank you so
Do you
much.
mind sharing your
Absolutely,
phone number?
absolutely.
What was that?
Do you mind sharing your phone number? Unless we exchanged it before.
Oh, not at all. I'll put it here on the chat.
Larissa, have you taken the Aromatouch certification?
No, ma'am.
Let's do it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
And then you
There
just
we go.
practice on a few people.
Yes.
Okay.
You can watch
Cool.
the certification modules while you're doing your walk in the morning or the evening or washing the dishes. Like, get through the certification modules, get your certification, and
Mhm.
then print out the one-page printout sheet and just practice.
Yes.
Find some people to practice on.
The more you do it,
Okay.
it literally becomes second nature. You just
Yeah,
do it.
it's not actually hard. It's really simple.
Okay. Okay. This is
Thank
so much value. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yay.
you.
Very
Be in
welcome.
touch.
Yay.
Welcome.
Thanks,
We'll see
Hope, for
you
putting it
next
together.
All right, absolutely. I'll share the link with all of you so you can
Thank
share
you.
this with anyone who needs to know this kind of info.
time.
Thank you.
All
Ladies,
right.
take care.
Thank you, ladies. Have an amazing
Bye.
day.
Bye.
Bye.